Hey, Iris. Whoa, is that you, Charlie? It's been 3 years. Right? It's hard to believe it's been that long. Hey, did you get the invitation to the wedding? Yeah, I got it, but why are we talking about that now? Isn't the wedding tomorrow? Yes, it is. Tomorrow I'm going to be Brent's bride. Of course you're going to come, right? I thought I already sent back my RSVP saying I couldn't make it 3 months ago. No way. Let's be honest here. You're the one who lost out when your fiance was taken from you, so you're no use to me now. But you're special to me because you're the one who introduced me to Brent, and since you're my best friend and childhood buddy, I can't just start this without you, so you're coming whether you like it or not. That's not being a Cupid, it's more like stealing. And I'm not your best friend anymore, I'm your ex-best friend. Aw, come on. 3 years ago, on the night before the wedding, you sent me that cute picture of you and Brent cozying up in a hotel. That led to the wedding being canceled, and I ended up calling off the engagement. I guess it was lucky that we hadn't officially tied the knot yet. Oh, I remember that. You even had the nerve to ask for alimony from me, your ex-best friend, after I took away your fiance. You really acted like a money grubber. I was just asserting my rightful claims as the one who got cheated on. Once you took Brent away from me, we were no longer friends, not even acquaintances. Well, my dad is rich, you know. So paying a few million didn't hurt me one bit. You are such a loser who can't do anything without daddy's money. Hey! Let's keep the jokes to yourself. That rotten personality of yours is starting to show through your face. That's harsh. Anyway, I'm definitely not coming. So it's forced participation for you. You're going to witness our happiness, and I am dragging you along if I have to. Do you even know where I live now? At my parents' house, right? I heard you went back home after losing Brent, all in shock from being stolen from me. That's old news. Huh? Isn't it? The reason I declined the invitation is that there's obviously no benefit for me, but also because it's just not physically possible to make it. Physically impossible? I mean, sure, that means you're far away, but you could just take a bus or a plane. There's no way I can make it now. Why not? I'm in some country across the ocean. You're overseas? What does that even mean? Right after the engagement was called off, I received orders for overseas deployment, so I'm living here now. Oh, and the invitation you sent reached my parents' house, so I had my mom send back my RSVP saying I can't make it. So there's no way I can be back in time for the wedding tomorrow. It's just not physically or geographically possible. What? Well, that's that, so bye-bye. Wait just a minute. Come on, don't hang up on me. You're really not coming? I told you I can't. I really want you to be there. I mean, I didn't think you'd actually be able to come because of all that drama, but now that I know you're not in town, what if I help arrange your travel? You think that's possible with such short notice? I don't know. I'll figure something out. You really don't get it, do you? I'm literally on the other side of the world. I can't just hop on a plane last minute. Why not? Because it's not just a quick flight. It involves time zones, layovers, everything. You know how travel works. I get that, but it's your best friend's wedding. Ex-best friend. Fine, but still. I really want you to come. I can't start this new chapter without you there. You've been part of my life for so long. We're still friends, right? I mean, we were until you took my fiance. Come on, that was 3 years ago. And it still stings. You don't just forget something like that. Okay, but what if I apologize? I didn't mean for things to turn out that way. Oh, really? Because it seemed pretty intentional at the time. You know, I was young and stupid. I was confused and I just got caught up in the moment. Maybe, but that doesn't change the fact that it hurt me. I get it, but now I'm trying to move on and start fresh. I want to celebrate with my closest people, and that includes you. You say that, but what do you expect me to do? Fly back just because you want to have a celebration? Yes, exactly. Come on, you know how important this is to me. I know, but you could have thought about that before you went and stole Brent. I'm not asking you to forgive me. I'm just asking you to be there for me now. This isn't about me forgiving you. This is about you facing the consequences of your actions. Well, I can't change the past, and neither can you. Can we move on from it? Not a chance. Iris! Hey, wait a minute. What have you done? This is definitely your fault, isn't it? What? Aren't you in the middle of a wedding right now? Do you have time to be making calls? What the hell? You set me and Brent up, and now you're playing dumb? What are you talking about? Did something happen at the wedding? Stop pretending like you don't know. No, seriously, I really don't know what's going on. You need to explain what happened before I can respond to anything. You're being so obvious. Just explain already. If you don't, I'll block you right now. Come on. So, the guests. My side of the wedding. All of them were my ex-boyfriends and current boyfriends. Huh? On Brent's side, it was all his ex-girlfriends and their current partners. What? Everyone except family was overflowing with my exes and current boyfriends, along with Brent's ex-girlfriends and current girlfriends. What? What kind of a situation is that? I mean, was it a total mess? I invited all of my friends and colleagues, you know. I got responses confirming their attendance, but somehow my exes and current partners ended up mingling with Brent's exes and current partners. Does that mean you both were cheating? What the hell was that all about? They were throwing accusations at me, telling me I was cheating and bringing up all the awful things said when we broke up. The wedding turned into complete chaos. Why did this happen? I can't explain why. This is your doing, isn't it? Fix this now. I haven't done anything. I told you yesterday I am overseas right now. How could I interfere with your wedding? I have no idea who you were cheating with anyway. Well, I thought you might have given someone in America some orders. I am not going to go through that much trouble. To be honest, I really don't care about you guys anymore. You don't care? I've completely moved on in these 3 years, so I have no lingering feelings. I'm actually married to a guy I met here. What? Oh, and by the way, I have a child too. He's 4 months old. You have a child? I'm juggling my first experience of motherhood, and while it's hectic, I'm really happy. I don't have time nor the inclination to plan something just to ruin your wedding. Whether you guys get married or divorced is completely irrelevant to me now. So if you didn't ruin our wedding, then... Oh, that reminds me. What? I just remembered something, so I'll let you know. What is it? Well, finally this day has come. Inviting me to your wedding, huh? Huh? What is this? This is an email I received on the morning of my wedding 3 years ago. I think it was a warning that something was going to happen at the wedding. I only realized it was sent to me a month later. If the wedding had gone as planned, I wonder if Brent's guests would have included his exes and current girlfriends. Who was the email from? I have no idea. It was from an anonymous source using a free email address. What? I don't know, since it was anonymous. Anonymous? But it did say at the end of the email that the sender was someone invited on the groom's side. That's about your wedding. I'm not involved. This is just my speculation, but maybe they were able to execute what they couldn't do 3 years ago at today's wedding. And it's not just the groom who's a scumbag. It seems like the bride is just as bad, so maybe both of you. What? I can only imagine how many people you've upset. What? Anyway, it's clear that I'm not the mastermind behind this, so I'm gonna hang up now. Wait a second, you can't just leave me hanging. I have to go now. You've got a mess to clean up, and honestly, I have my own life to live. This is unreal. I'm in the middle of the biggest disaster, and you're just leaving? What do you want me to do? In thousands of miles away, I can't magically fix your wedding problems from here. I'm not asking for magic, just some support or a bit of empathy. Support? After you treated me like I was nothing, you think I owe you anything? You think I had a choice? You were the one who broke everything apart. Well, you could have just stayed out of it. You could have been a better friend. And let you manipulate me like you always have? No thanks. I'm done being a part of your drama. You think I wanted this? You think I wanted my wedding day to end up like this? Maybe not, but you need to face the consequences of your actions. Consequences? You act like you're innocent in all this. I never claimed to be innocent, but I'm also not the one who caused all this chaos. You've got to own up to your part in this. I just wanted to have a perfect day, and now it's ruined. Well, maybe it's a lesson for you. You don't get to just walk over people and expect everything to be fine. I didn't think it would turn out like this. I'm going to hang up now. Goodbye. Hey, can you lend me some money? Oh, Charlie. Are you seriously asking for money again? Don't you have any shame left? You have no right to lecture me. You're partially responsible for this mess, too. You should at least want to help me out. Well, my involvement is only because I'm the victim here. I was the one who had my fiance stolen from me, remember? Just give me the money. $50,000. Why do you need such a huge amount? That's an insane sum. I've been hit with a demand for damages. Oh, wow. Honestly, I thought it would end with a mutual breakup since both of you were cheating. I assumed there would be a fair fight situation. But the one asking for damages isn't Brent. There are actually other parties involved. I need to split the wedding costs with Brent, and with some other expenses piling up, I'm short on cash. No matter how much I scrape together, I'm still $50,000 short. This time Brent won't help me out. My parents have already told me I can't come crying to them again, not after what happened 3 years ago. So I have no one to turn to. Who exactly is asking you for this money? It's my ex's wife or fiance, and also my current boyfriend's wife. Wait, what? You were involved with your ex-boyfriend and your current boyfriend? And they both had partners while you were with them? Well, actually, I had received demands for money during these 3 years as well. But when I ignored them and just tried to avoid the situation, they showed up at my wedding. My parents and relatives found out about everything. So besides your boyfriend Army, even their wives and fiancés crashed your wedding? It seems like the anonymous email you received was probably from one of them. You know, the one you told me about. I see. This is entirely your fault. You really dug your own grave here. How can you say that? I mean, I wasn't the only one involved. I mean, really? I've heard you've been like this since high school. What? I went to a different high school in another area, so I didn't know at the time. But I heard that while you were at your school, you were quite infamous among your classmates. You were known for swapping partners, especially among guys from neighboring schools. Apparently, during your 3 years of high school, you went through a large number of boyfriends and were considered a homewrecker and a dangerous person. You probably started pursuing married men or engaged ones back then without realizing the weight of your actions and the responsibilities that come with them. You seem completely unaware of how bad that is. Honestly, it's pretty pathetic. You might just be the worst of the worst. That's cruel. You really didn't have to go that far. I mean, we're talking about my life here. Then stop contacting me. What? Your constant pleas for money are annoying. Besides, I don't have any money to lend to the world's worst homewrecker. Iris, we've been childhood friends. We shared so many memories, and you're just going to throw that away? Former friends. Okay, don't pretend to be close only when it's convenient for you. You can't just come back into my life asking for favors when you've treated relationships like this. Iris! You are so annoying. Goodbye. This is the last time I want to hear from you like this. Wait, don't just hang up. I'm in a really tight spot here. Can't you understand that? Understand? How can I understand when you're the one who's put yourself in this situation time and time again? You brought this upon yourself. But you used to be supportive. What happened to that? Supportive? Being supportive doesn't mean enabling bad behavior. I can't just stand by and watch you spiral down into this mess without saying anything. I know I made mistakes, but can't you help me this one time? I promise I'll pay you back as soon as I can. You always say that, yet here we are again. Why should I believe you now? You've burned me before. Come on, Iris. We've known each other since we were kids. Can't you show a little compassion? Compassion? You're asking for a lot when you've treated people like they're disposable. Your relationships aren't just casual flings. They affect others deeply. I get it. I made mistakes, okay? But can't you see that I'm trying to fix things? I don't want to be this person anymore. Well, it's a little late for that, don't you think? You've already caused a lot of pain, not just to me, but to many others. You need to face the consequences of your actions. Now, I'm going to stop texting you. Everything you're saying is starting to give me a headache, so goodbye forever. Wait, Iris! As I blocked Charlie's phone number, I couldn't help but wonder how things had ended up like this. What went wrong? I reflected on our past, recalling that things hadn't been nearly as bad when we were in middle school. We used to laugh and play without a care in the world, not burdened by the complexities of adult relationships. Maybe, if I'm being generous, I could think that Charlie had her own struggles to deal with. After all, everyone faces challenges that can shape them in unexpected ways. But then again, when I considered the sheer number of people she had hurt along the way, my sympathy evaporated. It's just too much. I learned that she's now working herself to the bone to repay her debts, sacrificing her weekends and holidays just to make ends meet. That's the kind of reality she's facing, and frankly, I don't feel bad for her. She made her choices, and now she has to deal with the consequences. And it seems I'm not alone in my thoughts about her. I've heard that Brent is in a similar situation. Apparently, after my overseas assignment, a sort of support group is formed, something akin to a Charlie and Brent Victims Association. This tells me that the two of them have hurt so many people that there's now a collective of those who have been affected by their actions. Isn't it wild? Just when you think people can't surprise you anymore, they do. It's astonishing how two individuals could cause such widespread pain, and now they're being scrutinized by this group of former friends and partners. They've created their own little world of hurt, and now they have to live in it. From what I've gathered, it sounds like Charlie and Brent are being regularly monitored by the collective. It sounds like a constant reminder of their past actions haunting them at every turn. Can you imagine living like that? Knowing that people are watching your every move, waiting for you to mess up again, it must be exhausting. For them, the idea of living a normal life seems far-fetched at this point. I doubt they'll ever be able to lead a life free of the shadow of their past mistakes. Who knows how long it will take for them to truly learn from this experience? Will they ever change, or are they doomed to repeat the same patterns, dragging others into their chaos? I think about how their decisions have affected not just themselves, but also everyone around them. Relationships, friendships, and trust have been shattered. People's lives have been irrevocably altered because of the choices Charlie and Brent made. It's not just about them anymore, it's about everyone they've impacted along the way. And here I am, trying to move forward with my own life, and yet I can't shake off the remnants of our shared past. It's difficult to disentangle myself from the memories and experiences we once shared, even as I try to focus on my own future. I wonder if I'll ever fully escape the ghost of that time, or if it will linger like a shadow, always reminding me of the mistakes made by others. But I know I have to keep pushing forward. I can't allow myself to get caught up in their drama. They've made their bed, and now they have to lie in it. I owe it to myself to find happiness and stability, free from the burden of their actions. In a way, it feels liberating to cut ties with Charlie. Blocking her number was a small yet significant act of reclaiming my life. It's a reminder that I have the power to choose who I let into my world. I refuse to be a part of her ongoing saga of chaos. It's time to refocus on my own happiness. I want to surround myself with people who uplift me and respect the boundaries of our relationships. Life is too short to be entangled in the web of someone else's mistakes. I reflect on the friendships that matter most to me now, those built on trust, loyalty, and mutual respect. I remind myself of the people who have been there for me through thick and thin, who lift me up instead of dragging me down. Those are the relationships I need to nurture. As I ponder all this, I realize how important it is to learn from these experiences. I don't want to become bitter or jaded because of what Charlie and Brent have done. Instead, I want to grow from this and become a stronger and more compassionate person. I want to be someone who helps others rather than harms them, someone who understands the weight of their actions and chooses to lift others up instead of bringing them down. It's a long road ahead, but I'm determined to keep moving forward, one step at a time. I won't let the actions of others dictate my future. I refuse to allow their drama to seep into my life any longer. I deserve better, and so do you. We all deserve to find joy and fulfillment in our lives, free from the shadows of those who have wronged us. So, here's to new beginnings. Here's to forging new paths and creating a future that reflects who I truly am. I'll embrace the lessons learned and use them to guide my choices from here on out. I won't forget the past, but I will use it as a stepping stone towards a brighter tomorrow. And maybe, just maybe, I can be a source of light for others who have faced similar struggles. I can be the friend who listens and supports without judgment. I can be the one who chooses to be better, not bitter. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.